Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Dear colleagues, I have been asked many times that what is communication and how we should communicate with our patients, with our friends, with our team members. So, in today's session, we shall briefly discuss and have an overview on the communication, that what's communication, what are its components, and how we can have effective communication, and how we can solve different conflicts, or if there is any issue, how we can reach the solution in a positive mood. So the very first basic question is that what's communication? We know that on a daily basis, we work with people who have different opinions, values, beliefs, and needs. It's not necessary that two people or three people has the same opinion, has the same value, and has the same beliefs, and has the same needs. So they are different. So our ability to exchange ideas with others, understand others' perspectives, and solve problems depends significantly on how effectively we are able to communicate with others. So this is the main aim of effective communication, that we are able to exchange ideas with others, understand others' perspectives, and solve problems. And if we can do this, we are a good communicator. Before proceeding further, just think what's the communication means. There's a word commune. The communication has been derived from the word commune, and commune means belonging equally to or shared by, and more than one are sharing, or you can say in Urdu we can say Kalam Karna, baat karna. So it's the word commune, which means sharing, and the synonymous name is common. If we say that it is common that these people, they lose their temper very soon. The time comes to say that this type of people or this community, they lose their temper soon. So it's common to them. Then from this common, another word is community. And community means people who share their values, their thoughts, their way of life. So common, commune, common, and community. And the same is the communication, that they share, they own the data, the information. So this is the source of word communication. Now, another point, that communication has three components. One, sender, the person who sends data or information. Second is the receiver, and that person receives that data or information through his, her five senses. And in between these two, sender and receiver, is medium. It may be oral communication by talking. As you are listening to me, I'm speaking to you. So oral communication. It can be written communication. For example, you read a book, You drive and see on the signboards on the sides, so there something is written over there, and you understand what that shop means or what is that place. And it can maybe visual communication, like the traffic signals. Red light, stop, yellow light, get ready, green, go. So the communication may be oral, written, or visual. And this is the medium between a sender and a receiver. Okay? Now proceed further. Communication is a two-way process. One is sender, another is receiver. So it's a bi-way or bilateral or two-way process between a sender and a receiver. Sender is speaking as I am speaking to you, and receiver is listening. Speaking is an active process, and the same is listening is an active process. So until and unless the sender use clear and concise messages and the receiver listens, hear, correctly understand message which the receiver sender is sending to him, when both are clear, then this communication is successful. Otherwise, it's a failed communication. So, I repeat again, communication is a two-way process between the sender and the receiver. Sender speaks, receiver listens, and until unless both are clear in the words, sending and receiving and understanding, when both are clear, it's a successful communication. When there's fault at any part, it's a failed communication. And remember, until unless you are active listener, communication is not going to be a successful process. Okay, speaking or the sender. Speaking has its own characteristics. Speaking has three main components. One is the verbal component of a speaking. Second is the paraverbal component of the speaking. And third is the non-verbal component of the speaking. So, until unless the speaking, these three characteristics are the components are at the desirable level, the verbal component, paraverbal component, and non-verbal component, until and unless they are at the desirable level, the speaking is not going to be ineffective and the communication will be affected badly. Similarly, the listening component, again, it has got three components: the verbal component, the paraverbal component, and the non-verbal component. So until and unless these three components of the listening, they are at the desirable level, the process of communication will not be an desirable one or will not be a successful. So what are the verbal, paraverbal, and non-verbal components of speaking and listening? We shall discuss this in the next session. Till then, take care. Khuda Hafiz.